disfrutar de sus placeres. Consigue una pistola si es que quieres.
I'm Juan Carlos Baumgartner. I'm Managing Director for Space. Space is an architectural and interior design firm based in Mexico with operations in the United States and also projects around all Latin America.
Space Architects is a design firm that was based in Chicago 10 years ago, and right now we are the leading team above all the world. So we started 10 years ago doing corporate architecture and trying to be green. Actually make good design, make the client work better, and make high performance spaces. Actually 10 years ago there was no interior architecture in Mexico. Of course, never, by far, no corporate architecture. So we had a good business opportunity, and actually it worked. We have this methodology. So the first step is to have a lot of meeting with the clients and have a lot of brainstorming and see how they work from the inside. We meet with a lot of people from different areas, and they tell us how they work, so we can understand what they need. No, we design from inside out, so perhaps you can see it as different things: interior, corporate design, and architecture, but for us it's the same thing. What we think before designing is what's going to happen inside that building and how it's going to translate into the figure of the building. So for us it's not a different thing. Architecture is the same as interior architecture. It's really interesting because, of course, the latest project that you have is your favorite because it's the one that you're working right now. So I can tell you a little bit about Santillana, that it's a publishing company. They let us do what we know how to. We put them in open space. They were used to working in very private spaces. They didn't collaborate, they didn't work as a team, and they have all these problems because of that. So what we did was to change their layout completely, just leaving the directors inside private spaces, the rest of them in open spaces. We gave them a lot of public, informal meeting spaces for them to work as a group, and they work so much better right now. And actually the project just won the Design Icon Prize in 2011 by Architectural Digest. I actually don't see the difference. The only main thing is that actually corporate architecture needs have certain needs that are really easy to measure once you are finished with the project. So if you fulfill your client's needs, it's very simple for him to tell you it was a good project because he actually knew what he needed. And in other kinds of architecture, perhaps it's not that tangible. It's a little more virtual, so you don't know it. At the end, you cannot measure if everyone is happy with that. It's more about does it look good or no? And in corporate is, does you work better here or no? Well, in Mexico, it's a big step. right now Mexico understands that they need interior corporate architecture and not just laying people down with furniture. In Latin America, I think they're still working on that in several countries, not in all of them. But we're working better, and of course we are more, how do you say, aggressive in architecture in Mexico than, for instance, the United States or Canada, that are used to interior corporate spaces. So they are not that open to changes. So in Mexico you can actually design a lot of aggressive places, a lot of aggressive architecture, more dynamic, more I don't know, more fun, and they let you do more things. It's a must. I mean, every company that actually wants to move forward has to understand that they need corporate architecture in their layouts, because it is not for them to see and to look good. It's a tool for them to work better, and because different generations are converging right now in the workspace. If you do not realize this, you won't be able to work as a team. So corporate architecture is a must for everyone that actually wants their company to transcend. Yes, it would. Here in Mexico, I think it's actually becoming one. It's becoming like a trend to have a good design firm that makes your office spaces, and but you have to be very careful. You don't want it to be a trend, because it's a way of living. So yes, it's a brand, and it would be a must for everyone, but we have to be very careful not to make it, right now it's trendy and tomorrow it's not. It's just the way it has to be. That's good.